taken this apart, and I'm hoping we're going to find the right thing. I've taken this off with all the screws and everything, and taken the top off. And to take this off, you need to flick that bit there forward, pull the ribbon out, take the screws off, and that comes off there. Right, now the thing with what I believe it is I believe it's that there. Right, and what I believe it is that one there, because that there's a diode, so what it does is allow electricity to come one way and shouldn't allow it to go the other way, and that's why it keeps blowing 30 amp fuses. So if we actually put that there, you can and then what we'll do is we put the ohms on here. It's not exactly like electric, but and you can see there, yeah, okay, so there is 0.4, and then if I turn it around the other way, it should read 0.4, so that's telling me that the electricity can go that way and it can go back that way, so that is no good. And to prove it, what I'm going to do is I've got one already, I've ordered some, so this is that little diode that needs to go in. So when you're actually testing it, so you go from there to there and it reads nothing, which is what we did with the red one and the actual, and then when we go the other way, the electric goes one way, and that's why I think it keeps blowing fuses, because this has blown out completely. So what we're going to do is, I'm hoping we can actually use a heated hot air on it, hopefully melt the solder and pull this out, because I don't particularly want to take this out, because it's loads and loads, it just makes more work, and then you've got to take all the bits out, so I don't want to do that. So what I'm hoping is with a bit of flux, and then what we do is we heat this up and then we can pull it out. It's got two chances in it, otherwise we're just going to have to put a soldering iron on there, and hopefully that makes it hot enough to get it out. But I think the actual hot air has got to be the way to go, and we get that out, get that solder back in again, and then hopefully we can fix this, because obviously a second hand one's about 250, 300 quid, and a new one I think it's on its way to £1,000, so let's see if we can fix it, and we will go with there. Okay, so let's see how we do. And that's how it comes out. So I'll show you what this one's not doing. So this is the old one, so if we go there and we go there, we've got 3 ohms, and if we go there and there, we got nothing. Okay, so if we swap the wires around again, so we put the earth there, put that there, we've got 2.7 ohms, which is damn nigh the same as what we got going the other way. And then we go there, and that allows 14 ohms, so it's got a nice on there. So that's what the diode is to do, it's to stop the electricity going backwards. It can only go one way, it's like a one-way street, That's all it is, and that's all this does. So this is definitely faulty. Okay, now we need to solder that one in. More fun. Okay, we're going to put a bit of flux. Just help the solder melt on. Right, let's get it in. Okay, here goes. Okay, eventually I've got it back together again. So it's all put back together again, it's all soldered in, and obviously number 41 is earth and number 42 is positive. So what we're going to do is we're going to test it, and I've got this set up for 12 volts, and I've also got it set up to 10 amps. I don't want to put any more through it, and just in case there's something else wrong with it, or there still could be something else wrong with it, but I want to make sure what I've soldered in is actually working. So my Autel, this has got a 16 amp fuse on it, and the fuse that runs this is a 30 amp fuse. So that is the actual the testing of there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an earth on there, and I'm going to put positive on there, and I'm going to let you watch and see if it blows a fuse. But you'll see on the amps, see how many amps it pulls, because if it pulls over 10 amps, it's going to go wrong. Right, ready? So as you can see, it's pulling 1.25 amps. So that tells me when I fit this back in the car, it's not going to blow the fuse. So hopefully I've repaired this, because as I say, second hand ones of these are about 200 quid. So or a new one, I think it's 4 figures, but yeah, I'm more happy that I've actually had a go at repairing it and seeing if I could repair it. I just had to wait for the actual what is it, the diodes to come in so I could solder them in, but it looks as though it's working. Still might be another problem, but we'll have to wait and see when it's fitted. I'll show you once I've fitted it, and then we'll have a look, see what's going on. But yeah, I'm just excited it worked. I'll be even more excited if it works in the car and everything goes right. Okay, it's a happy morning. Okay, it's a bit loud here at the moment, but I've just come to finish that Audi on the MMI, and I've just fitted the actual control module, which we soldered that back in, all fitted, all back up. Put the 30 amp fuse in this side, and as I say, we've got the proof in the pudding, haven't we, really?
Children are going to be asked to prove,
and can you hear it?
They can chat to other users.
Everything works, and I'm as chuffed as Larry that worked. I really am. Just soldered in a diode. What an absolute result. Hope that helps if you have a go at it yourself, and have a great day. I'm over the moon. See you later. Cheers for watching. See if you can press that subscribe button as well. I want to try and make 1,000. Cheers.